Welcome to Ahman Green Gamer Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green, along with my good friend and co-host, John Audius. Man, John, how you doing?
Hey, Ahman, what's going on? For those watching live streaming on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube, all the regulars were always on.
Twitter.
Twitter, thank you.
Yes.
I am on my green screen as always, Ahman, but check it out. I've got a green shirt underneath this sweatshirt I'm wearing, which I didn't realize,
Right.
which makes my shirt part of the background. I can
So
disappear.
delicious. Yeah, camouflage.
Camouflage.
I can't see you, John.
Here we go.
This is my fun part of the day, man. Hang out with you, talk some video games, get caught up in the world of that. From what we're doing and what I'm doing at Lakeland. My team, Valorant team, has done pretty well. They're one of a few teams that we have in the playoffs. We're in the NECC playoffs. Second round, we won a first round matchup against a team that beat us during the regular season. So that's a good feeling. You know, a team that beat you during the regular season, and we came back, watched film, got better, and wrapped them up. We beat Purdue the white team, and so that was awesome. We beat them two. Actually, it was best of three. We 2-0'd them. So, to come out of the regular season, lose to them, and then do that in the first round. So we're excited. I'm excited about round two. Told the guys, hey, just because we got Thanksgiving break, it's no time to rest. So we got to watch films. We did that yesterday, and they did more. They had another practice session. And so I said, hey, guys, too. I know it's going to be a break. You're going home. It's a holiday. I'll say as much as you can by yourself, play video, play Valorant, work on your aiming, work on team strategy, stuff you do, within the game. Make sure you hit on that, stay fresh all the way till Sunday. And so guys are coming back early on Sunday to get in the game together because the game's on Monday night. And so getting them guys ready for round two. So I'm excited for those guys. And then the team we face is another team we played, a good team, Augustana. I believe they're 8-1. So right now we're sitting at 5. I think we're 6-4 now. We're 5-4 going into the playoffs, 6-4 now. And man, watching the World Cup, I'm kind of excited. I don't know what it is. I'm a little bit excited about the World Cup, John. I mean, I know you got some facts coming up. I like new stuff. And I'm like this. I say I like it because it's one event that literally, like the Olympics, it's like you see every country there. They're celebrating. They got their style of fandom that we get to experience. I say if you haven't seen it or if you haven't been in World Cup, I like all the different countries coming together, having a good time, celebrating, and getting some one hell of some soccer playing going on. Messi had a goal. I saw he had a goal his first round, but they lost. I believe they lost, even though Messi scored. I think that was their only goal. So yeah, it's been going on. What about yourself, John?
Well, I mean, with Bet Online, with your number one source for all your sports betting needs.
Yep. Our sponsors.
I'm pretty sure they probably have some World Cup stuff there.
And 100%.
Yeah. So check out Bet Online, your number one source for all your sports betting needs. You're going to find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, game trends, all at Bet Online. And as your continued source for all sports wagering information, Bet Online features live betting, free contests, and giveaways all season long. It's the fastest. It's the easiest way to bet all your favorite sports and events, whether that's NFL, NBA, NHL, MMA, tennis, boxing, golf. We're assuming the World Cup. Head to betonline.ag to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BELIEVE to receive your rewards, BLEAV, 50% welcome bonus. Bet Online, where the game starts. I love the World Cup. You're right, Ahman. It comes around every 4 years.
Pretty dope.
To follow Team USA. And I actually just did a podcast on my other podcast I do, the John Cast podcast, where I talked to
podcast. Yeah,
I talked to my dad. He's from Colombia. He is a soccer fan. He knows
100%.
Yeah, everything about the World Cup. So he actually picked, he picks Brazil over Germany to win it all. Ooh. And he thinks the U.S. gets in the top 16.
We won. I mean, it wasn't a win. It was a tie, but you get points in pool play. And so they got 1 point by tying with Wales, which I thought was a great game. I don't know if you watched that game, John. It was a really good game by USA.
I did. I watched a little bit of the first half and then the extra time in the 9 minutes extra time. But so Wales is kind of around the same United States odds for winning the whole thing at the start. So that was good. The one you mentioned, Argentina, I think you mentioned. Did you mention No, you mentioned England.
I mentioned Messi, and he's on Spain. or is he Argentina?
I think he's Argentinian.
Yeah, it was Argentina. So they lost.
He lost to Saudi Arabia.
Yes, who it was. I watched that game, man. That was a really good game.
Ahman, Saudi Arabia was like at the bottom of the list of all the teams in the World Cup.
So that was a super upset.
That Argentina is a superpower with Brazil and with Germany.
That I know because they got Messi. You know, that's just one thing I know.
That's like the Lions beating the Packers when Green Bay's a Super Bowl favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which can happen. That's a rivalry game, you know.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a big upset. And today, Japan with a huge upset. They beat Germany, 4-time World Cup champion Germany. So
wow, okay,
that's going to be huge for that country.
That's huge. Hey, man. Wow. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the chat. Notorious Afro, Sergeant Mal Reynolds, Eeyore, and Fart Night Dad. How you doing? And yeah, those are some big upsets. I just went on my phone, John, before you jumped in the studio to check out, you know, any games, if there are any games on, because I know it started on Monday. I didn't see nothing. Not saying there's no games on, but I didn't get a chance to, see no game. But I'm super excited about that and the upset. And then I think Wales had not been in a World Cup since like 1950 something.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like 40 plus years. They have not been to a World Cup, and this is the first time they had. And they tied with us in the first round and are in the first round of pool play.
I'll leave you with this because there are some negative aspects of the World Cup, right? Like how did they build all these stadiums, the workers they used? It was almost, some people called it a form of modern day slavery.
Correct. Yeah.
But here's some.
Don't lose sight on reality. Yep,
exactly. So I'll keep that in mind when I tell you that. Can you take a guess at how many billions of dollars Qatar, and I believe I'm saying that close enough.
You're saying it right. Qatar. Yeah.
Spent. Now they were awarded this in 2010, so they had 12 years to get ready.
Wow.
And they went from Ahman. They went from like nothing,
right,
to like stadiums and cities.
And buildings and all buildings, the restaurants.
So how much do you guess they spent?
It's definitely, I say, it's north of $1 billion. North of $1 billion, easy.
Keep going.
To the trillion? Are we trillion?
Lower than trillions.
Okay, so north of $1 billion. So I would say anywhere between. God, I can't say I don't want to say 50 billion. What? Okay, so we're up north of 50 billion. Okay, I gotta say like 80 billion, 90 billion. So almost a trillion. Okay.
Lower.
So like 95 billion?
I'll just tell you. 200.
Oh, 200. I was getting in the hundreds still. I wasn't even thinking.
You weren't even there.
I wasn't even close.
Ahman, $220 billion. To put all the infrastructure
for 12 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
12 years.
For like 2 weeks.
Wow, for 2 weeks of living, and now they got to still live life.
Ahman, they built 8 stadiums. You know how hard it is to build a stadium in this country, right? Like all the political.
Eero was close. You said trillion.
Close. I mean, you're getting close. 220 billion. Ahman, I did the math. Qatar could have bought every NFL franchise. Just went up to them and said, "Hey, we'll buy the Cowboys. Hey, we'll buy the Packers."
Yeah.
And they would have had like $100 billion left over.
Wow.
And then they could have went and bought like half the NBA or whatever.
They could have done like that one golf league, the Live or Live, the Live golf, where they just bought all the golfers. I know NFL players would have been fine with that. They'd be like, "Oh, you paying me how much to do what? Where? Okay." That is wild. It just shows you. I was thinking about this too. I was big outside of the box thinking last weekend. And I was looking at like what rules the world in certain things. And I meant by that when I asked myself that question, John, I was being, I'm going deep below the ocean deep here. I'm thinking like Yoda. I'm like, wow, like entertainment really is the glue that cranks the world when you think or holds the world together, because you think about movie entertainment to sports entertainment, that if you look at anything else, video game entertainment, it's just that. I mean, we got all the sport, we got all the business industries in the world. We got Wall Street, you got all different. You could be a construction person, you could be a money person, you could be a famous celebrity chef, or you could be a famous actor, actress. athlete, president, politician, dignitary. But when it boils down to it, it's the entertainment world that kind of hits, because you could be like we read on the on one of the quick hitting news bites a few weeks ago when the whole senator race was going on in every state. There was a senator that got elected, I think in Florida, that is a gamer. It's like, and that's part of the entertainment industry. So it's just like entertainment, man. It's like it's sneaky, where it's a good thing, and then sometimes it's a bad thing, but it's always there.
No, I mean, just think about what is the World Cup? It is entertainment.
It's entertainment.
It is $220 billion worth of entertainment,
right,
not counting all the TV packages around the world.
And look what you just said about Qatar over the last 10 years. So that city got motivated because they were getting a World Cup, a soccer event.
Which, by the way, they got in a little shady way. But anyway.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely. And it's just crazy. It's just so interesting how the world where, there's motivational speakers. I mean, I'm one. I do it. And you talk about doing things a certain way, and boils down to it, it's like it's so hard to be motivating somebody when they know at the end of the day that half of what you said is like most of the world ain't even paying attention to that. Is it a little can it be demotivating? True, but I think if you are keep live by your ways, live with what you believe in, but you just got to be aware of what else is going on, all craziness around you, just to pay attention to everything. You know what I'm saying?
But you're right. Just think of social media and all the money
it's a form of entertainment.
It's entertainment. Think of Apple, like one of the top companies. They made like $90 billion
making movies when they started out making computers.
Right, but it's everything they do is phones entertain you. All the music on it entertain you. All the series they make to entertain you. And
it's just interesting.
Yeah.
That's something I just threw out there. I do that. I kind of big brain it sometimes, as they call it. I don't know. That was a big brain topic for me. I hit that up. But let's get into these quick hit news bite. And speaking of that, we're feeding the vicious cycle of things. Here, let me get to the highlights there, or the banners as we saw in here. So we got here says America. Sports are only cool for America. FIFA is huge in the world. Baseball caught on in the world with some of the top players getting drafted in Major League Baseball is still insignificant. Same thing with the NBA. Michael Jordan opened the world to the NBA. True. There you go. That is, I could say, true statement there.
I'd agree.
Yep, I agree. Definitely. Yeah, it is. It's just so interesting, All right, let me get my screen, everything set up over here. Ready to go, man.
But that's the way it is with a lot of countries, by the way, ER.
Right.
I mean, cricket is huge for wherever people love cricket.
And speaking of that, I'm just feeding the monster here, what we're just talking about. That's a nice segue into Black Friday. More entertainment to be bought, but hey, at least we're trying to, save some money here. So you could go on the PC world. And I thought it was like we're going right into holiday weekend where all the big shopping, which I don't do.
No
Black Friday at all. I stay home. I just remember my mom and dad used to tell me their horror stories going to buy early Christmas gifts. I remember my dad telling me a story. He had to track down Voltron and actually had to run over a dude or two. I don't know if you remember, I told you how big my dad was a lineman in college. So he was like 6'4" and 315, but he had a bad knee, but I guess he could still move. So Black Friday was just, once I got that in my head, he told me that, I'm a kid, I'm believing him. I'm like, why? You didn't have to, Dad. I'm like, Dad, you didn't have to go through that. I'm like, no, Dad. But yeah, go over to PCWorld.com, check out. They got not just Amazon tech deals, they got Best Buy on here. You got PCs, you got laptop gaming PCs.
Well, can we say some of these? So
go ahead. Yeah.
So because usually I'm with you on Black Friday. I'm not gonna get out of bed at 5 a.m. to save $40 on a toaster.
Man, that's another thing. That's way too early, bro. That's a holiday Friday.
Right.
I'm not waking up till at least 9-10 o'clock.
Even if they said you get like $100 off a TV.
Right.
I'd still be like, I don't know, man. That's my time's worth more than that.
How much is that's why I'm like, how much does it cost? You telling me $100 Okay.
Right. But you got to give him a 900.
Right. If you say 900, if you tell me, oh, you get 500 off, oh, you got my attention. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you got
Eeyore, by the way, says he has a couple of horror stories of Black Friday. I'd love to hear some of those stories in the chat, Eeyore.
Oh, 100%.
But how about this? So the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3, that's 33% off at Amazon.
Yep.
On laptops, some of the best deals on laptops. What else is the best deals on there? 48% off an Acer Chromebook 512.
Oh, I see it right at the top there. Yeah.
Best.
They got
Okay.
they got a 12-inch screen there. 100.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
48% off at Amazon. You got 55% off on an HP Chromebook 11 that has 32 gigabytes.
So hold up. I didn't know this.
State drive. Yeah.
You can get like Chromebooks for like $100 on Black Friday.
Sometimes, yes, you can.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
right?
12-inch. That's like kid size. It's not real big screen, but it's almost like a old DVD player, but it's a computer, so it has.
They'll probably be like super slow in like a month.
What about here's the gaming computers? Remember, you got yours not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a gaming computer, a ROG Strix G10 with a 3050 GPU for 33% off on Amazon for $968. That's without the monitor though. That's just that's just the brain of the computer to build. No monitor involved. So if you probably throw in a monitor anywhere from 150 to 250, depends on what type of monitor you're going for. If you just want a basic one, or if you want a legit gaming one. If you're getting a 3050 graphics card, you're definitely going for a high quality monitor to experience, to have the whole full experience. So here's the TVs and monitors. I think here's the TVs right here. They have an Amazon 50-inch with Fire TV 4K, 47% off at $250 right there.
Okay.
There you go.
$250 for a TV.
Right.
That's not bad. And that's Amazon. So do you have to wake up early because you're at home? Like, is that different when you buy off Amazon?
You might have to be on Amazon just at a certain time, probably. That's a great question. And then right under that, you got a Sony 65-inch with all those X's and letters in there. But we know 65-inch, 4K full array LED smart Google TV, 33% off for $990, right under $1,000. So plus tax will bring you over $1,000. But
Ahman, we gotta link this. We gotta link this for everybody. We gotta put this on our Twitter or something because that's a great deal, man.
I got the link. I'll post
you're saving
it on Twitter.
You're saving $500 at Amazon on that Sony 65-inch.
That's money.
That's legit, man.
Money in the bank. And they got iPads in here, which I need I'm in the business of a new iPad. You got $100 off at Amazon on an iPad mini with 65 gigabytes, 6 gen. And then right under that for a 64 gig iPad Air and $50. That's just $50 off. So it's $590. It's $550, and you get it for $500. So that's not bad. The iPads have kicked it up in price, didn't they? Real fast over the last several years. All right, there's some sound bars. It's like the sound bar we got from Sonos. So sound bars here, right here, if you see.
Hey, Sonos, go get the Sonos Ray if you want.
Go
a great
get that
sound bar.
Man, they got a whole bunch of other stuff, dude. I went to a little electronics store here in Green Bay and saw the Sonos family. I was like, man, they have a subwoofer. Yeah. They have the bar. They have it a bar twice the size that we have that they sent to us. Yeah, they have one it's like huge.
But by the way, you can buy those subwoofers, and with Sonos, you can connect them all wirelessly. Yeah,
that's what I'm like. These are all Bluetooth ready. Like, oh wait,
yeah.
So that's a deal right there.
Well, how about the streaming? So the streaming deals. I know I have a Roku, and that Roku is getting pretty old at this point, right?
Right.
So you can get Roku Streaming Stick 4K for $25 on Amazon.
That's not 25,
That's
yes. And then 25 off.
Yeah.
So it was like $50 maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Then you got the Comcast, Google TV, the Amazon for $18. That's $11.99 off. So you got some good deals here. So smart. I always like to shop smart. Always like to try. I started shopping online probably before it was a thing. Like I think it was like 2001. I was shopping online then. I was done by Thanksgiving. That's how good I got at it, John. I was done by Thanksgiving. Let me get your your read up here today. But yeah, I used to. So being that I was playing ball at that time, so my time was limited. And if we didn't have a Thanksgiving game week, which was great for me, because then I started shopping after Halloween. That's what I started. I got my kids. I said, hey, kiddos, give daddy's your Christmas list now. Like we just got finished. We're literally coming out of trick or treating. They just taking off costumes. I say, go to your bedrooms right now. Write a list up, and they would. Some like my oldest did. My youngest, obviously needed a little help. So, but then they got their list to me. Wife too, and I got everything completed. Like probably sometime. I think the best one was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. I was done shopping for Christmas.
Let's go.
I was like, dang, that's a victory right there.
That is, like, man. That's impressive, Ahman.
I was like, bam. I was excited. I was like, check it out. Boom. All right, what you got here, John? What you talking about?
Probably the best feeling. I've got two things. My first thing is I have a question and I have a story. So we'll start with my story.
Okay.
So Netflix is making a PC game. I had to look all this up. A AAA PC shooter. Okay. So what's AAA PC? So I had to look this up. So
no, that's like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Basically leveled. Call of Duty level.
So according to Wikipedia, in the video game industry, AAA, pronounced and sometimes written AAA, is an informal classification used to categorize games produced and distributed by a mid-size or major publisher, which typically have higher development and marketing budgets than other tiers. So Netflix is getting serious. In fact, they posted a job opening for a candidate with a deep understanding of highly engaging content and how to deliver it. They are also looking for this person. And by the way, I want to know how much they're going to pay this person. Demands the future director of this development to develop a world, characters, and narrative that are worthy of a Netflix film or TV series and build the game within Unreal Engine. So Netflix is getting serious right now. They already have mobile games that you can play. I checked out the gameplay of like their Stranger Things one. It looks very 8-bit, but I'm interested to see what Netflix is going to come out with, because they seem to be that's a major thing for me. Like to me, that says not only are we going to make this major video game shooter, right? But we're also going to integrate it within our platform of Netflix. If you're making something worthy of a film or TV series, I bet you they're thinking future, we're going to make a film and TV series off this if it's a hit.
Right. Well, they're already doing that with Gears of War. So that's kind of their first jab at it, even though it's not their creation. They didn't develop Gears of War, but they are developing a TV series and a movie off of it. Or movie first and then TV series once the movie gets released. So yeah, I mean, this is a step in the right direction for them. Obviously, they're getting the experience between, doing what they're doing with Gears of War and now heading into their own game. So that'll be fun. It's going to be fun to see what they're going to call it, how much and who they're going to bring in to develop it. Because we know Netflix is, they're more TV and movie producers and stuff like that. And who actually runs the company, who's going to bring in some gaming people, develop the game side of it too. So that'll be interesting to see.
And I believe, how do you play? Where would you play this game? Would it be on Netflix?
It would probably, Netflix is on all consoles. So it'd be on the Xbox, on the PlayStation, on your phone. So it could actually cross all those platforms and PC. Because, Netflix is just a website. If you're not on your phone, it's an app. If you're on your Xbox, PlayStation, it's just another app you download and then boom, watch the movie. So it's going to break that wall of, even though it's an app, it could go right into using your memory for that reason, in terms of you got to download the gaming side of it too. So that's going to be the cool part, where Netflix is, and other places, Google too has stepped in that. Amazon is doing that as well, or have done a little bit, dabble in that aspect of, we're not just TV and movie, now we're gaming. So Apple TV does it well, because if you ever play, I don't know if you have an Apple TV box, but you could play old school games. You got a few shooters in there. You play Fortnite on there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be doable here.
My last quick thing to this, because that was my news story.
Yep, I got it. I put it in the chat for you, or put it in the banners. Here you go.
All right. So this is what I'm wondering. Does anyone listening have any tips? I downloaded Disney's Dreamlight Valley for my daughter. She's playing it. She's loving it. We're exploring. We're meeting Mickey and Goofy. Just met Moana. We're doing tasks. It's awesome. But she has to now get into the mode where she saves the game after every major accomplishment, because this thing keeps crashing and it like resets to the last time it saved, and like you'll lose stuff if you don't save it, and she has to go back and do all these missions again. So I get, this is the error I get on Switch. Quote, the software closed because an error occurred. Thanks for being very descriptive, Nintendo. Anybody know how to fix that, specifically in Dreamlight Valley? If you do, you can hit me up at John Audius Radio on Twitter, at AG_Gamers Lounge on Twitter, Johncast Podcast. Hit up Ahman. Just let me know if anybody has any tips.
Put in a Discord or something. I could send it to John either way. I know Eeyore might know that. He's an IT guy. He's high level. He's done some work.
There's no way to fix it, he says.
Who said that? Eeyore?
Eeyore.
Oh no, then that's bad news. If Eeyore says that, then yeah.
Okay. If Eeyore says that, I'll trust that. Is what you're saying? Like,
yes, he's legit. Yes.
That's what he said. Data.
That's why.
That's why I thought it's been out for a while. Okay.
No, no, it hasn't. It just came out, right?
Did it just come out? Didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about. Yeah, we thought the game releases a few weeks ago.
Okay, it did come out. Okay, so I guess Eeyore. So if we just wait through this thing, they might update it or something, and we have to stop worrying about saving every 2 seconds. Let me know. Thank you, Eeyore.
And before we jump into this or that here, I know Eeyore, we asked a question. He said about his, I think it was the Black Friday at night.
Yeah.
He said, my first job, while in college, was working at Target. Oh, here we go. I like this. We had a 12-inch Luke versus Wampa Star Wars figures. They were exclusive to Target. We had a pallet of them ready to go for Black Friday, but we can only fill one end cap with it. So I was standing a couple aisles away while a grandma was putting the last one in her cart, in the end cap of her cart. I watched this 30-year-old, I would say run at her and blast her with a football block, knocked her into the air, and land like 5 to 4 feet away. Oh my God. He reached into the cart and grabbed what he thought. My goodness.
What he thought was the last one and ran away.
What he thought was the last one and ran away. It was more to that. Oh yeah, you already put it up there. Excuse me. You beat me to the punch. Yeah, was the last one he thought. He got caught at the front and roughed up by this assessed protection. Wow. Asset protection. Wow. Whoa. Hey, people go hard when it comes
Star Wars figures exclusive to Target, apparently.
Hey, people were going hard in LA for it was a Voltron and Optimus Prime. It was 1 year with Voltron, and the next year, a couple years later, it was Optimus Prime. And I said, Dad, you don't have to go that far. I'm like, it's not that serious. I'll find one later.
The fact that you would touch anyone else
I hope
get the product.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you would physically, my body would be touching your body because I want products. That's weird.
You see the videos when they do like shoe drops at places, we see the new Jordans coming out, and you said somebody on video on their phone, and the people that too, they open the gate of the store and people are like falling over each other. I said, nah, it ain't for me. And there is very little few things that I will go that wild for. Like it would have to be, I don't even know what I have to be, I like a lot of things. I like food. I like video games. I like comic books. I like movies. But I'm not camping out. That's like camping out overnight, bro. I know there's a lot of people that do that, and that means you're a diehard. Much respect. I got total respect for you. When you can sleep overnight outside for a movie, you got my respect because you are hardcore. I'm not saying I'm not hardcore. I'm just not sleeping overnight outside of a building in the middle of a city. Can't do it. Won't do it. You know what I'll do? I'll wake up and go buy the ticket get there 5 minutes before the movie starts. The closest I came to camping out was Star Wars Phantom Menace. You know how long I sat out there?
10 minutes. 30.
That was it. And the movie started. That was my camp out, was 30 minutes. I was like, hey, man, let's get there early, man. People going to get, this is Phantom Menace. We ain't had a Star Wars and a new one in years. And everybody's like, man, what you going to stay overnight? I said, what?
No.
No, I'm gonna get there about a half hour early, maybe. That'd be good.
And you got in.
And I got in. It was in Seattle. Got my ticket. Got my seat. Got my popcorn. I was good to go. Sorry about. What was you about to say, Jen?
I was gonna say about these Jordan 1s. I saw that the Jordan 1s were like re-released. And I immediately thought, how do I gotta buy a pair? And then I read about like people in line to try to buy them or whatever. I was like, I'm probably never going to afford and or buy a pair, but it sounds like a good fun shoe to buy.
Oh yeah, well, the old ones are the classics, you know.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
you can. It's like the Shell 2 Adidas, stuff like that. We got Sergeant Maul says he camped out 13 hours to see Revenge of the Sith.
Ooh,
much respect. I tip my hat to you, kind sir. Yes,
I just wait for the DVD back in the day. Like I wouldn't wait till
hey, I got the. I did the movie in theater and DVD. That's a good movie. When I do both, then is in. JFK says that was before online tickets. What was wild time? Yes, it was before online tickets. Online tickets is a lifesaver. All right, let's get on to this or that, guys.
All right, let's do it.
This or that.
I love this or that, Ahman, because the listeners of this podcast can send in your this or that questions. Just send us a message on Discord.
Yeah.
Send us a message on our social media if you have a this or that, like Big B. And it's perfect for the time of year we are with Thanksgiving. Turkey or ham. And I will start them on because to me, this is a layup. This is turkey all day.
Yeah. I mean, I got some friends. I put ham in there because, or not wasn't not I put, but I've heard of this. People have friends that do also ham or fried chicken, you know, a whole chicken, or lasagna instead of the turkey. People get bored. Oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna do something different.
I get that.
Yeah, I get that. But a good fried chicken. Fried chicken. A good fried turkey. I've been frying turkeys for like the past 10 years at our residence, and it's so good, John.
Wait, hold up. So you put the turkey in the
Yeah, we found years ago at Sam's Club, we found one of these big fryers, and it's a turkey fryer, period. And it's a safe one. It's not the ones where people burn down their houses and backyards, the ones that you see. It's like funny and not funny at the same time. You're like, oh man, I hope your house is okay, but what were you thinking? Like, what was you doing? So I'm trying to keep a straight face here. So yeah, we found a safe one out of Costco, and we've been doing it. And my wife seasoned it. We put Cajun seasoning in that thing, so you know where I'm going. I'm going turkey all day. It's so good, nice and juicy, tender, so good.
Turkey all day.
JFK, where's he at? He said, "Turkey, no pig, please." I love it. Big Baby Duke says turkey is a must for Thanksgiving, ham for Easter, and both on Christmas.
Oh, I love that. There you go. He broke it down. He solved the riddle for everybody wondering what we should be eating. There you go.
He did the Monday night breakdown right there. I love it. Good job, Big Baby Duke. Eeyore says, I like both, but I am a ham guy and do the ham upright. Ooh, I might have to check it out one day, Eeyore, because you can write down the street down in Sheboygan. All right, next question here, John. What you got?
Well, real quick, two things on the turkey. Ahman, please videotape yourself making the turkey.
Ooh,
I want to see how that process is. That's a good social media. Like people click on that.
I'll post on that. Yeah.
The other thing is part of the things I love about Thanksgiving and the turkey, and you could do this with ham, is the leftover sandwiches the next day.
Oh my God, that's game changer. If you were here, I'll be like, knuckles up.
The sandwiches the next day. Yes. Oh my God.
Delicious.
You just need a couple sandwiches and a pumpkin pie and some leftover stuffing and oh my gosh. All right. Anyway.
Delicious. Man, you're making me hungry now. It's like, man, yeah, we got to prepare all that food today. All right. Next one on the list from my man, Eeyore.
Ooh, Eeyore. Hasta la vista, baby. Or I'll be back.
He did movie quotes. I was like, oh, I like that one.
Hasta la vista. You know what? I'll be back. I like I'll be back. I think I use I'll be back more than this is an everyday life. I say that to like if I'm leaving.
All right.
Depending on the right crowd, I'll be like, hey guys, I'll be back. It's so dumb, but it's so funny to me. So I'll go with I'll be back.
Yeah, I would say I'll be back was for the one I liked better. It was when I watched the Terminator. Mm-hmm. He just walked up subtly. I'll be back. Well, he didn't say it like that, but you know it's like it ain't good coming back. Just know that. He's coming back. He about to bring the thunder, and he ran the car into the precinct. That's when he said I'll be back, right? I think that was I'll be back.
Yes.
He ran the car, and that goes to the cop that he told the cop, and the cop was like sitting there. I'm like, why you don't run? I'm like, you got at least there's somewhere on the side you could break to. I've been asking myself that since I saw the movie when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I'm like, why that dude didn't run? He just sat there and let the car go right into his chest. I watch too many horror movies and action movies, but like, hey, you gotta at least try to fight to stay alive. Like I'm running. Yeah, see, yep. I told you I got that scene in my back.
That's
okay.
it.
When I see that person like that says that to me, I don't care if I'm a cop or not. Common sense kicks in. Like, hey, bro, I just had this big dude. I don't know where he from, but he don't look right. Hey, we need some backup right now. I'm pulling out of this seat. I'm not sitting here. I'm not about to see what he about to bring. He just said he'll be back. I know that
I won't be back.
I'm not gonna be back. I'm on break. I'll be like, I'm on break. I'm out.
I'm out.
Woo! So everybody, we got Brando. What's up, Brando 19? All right, we got Big Baby 2 say, yep, I'll be back's the classic. All right, next one on the list here.
This is a great question by Big B, I think. In person or online meetings? I think online meetings all day.
Online, yeah. Like ever since COVID.
And here's my reason. It can save time. You don't have to go somewhere. Now, obviously, if you're physically in the building and we all meet in the whatever room, like it's not that big of a deal. But I just feel like online meetings, you can be anywhere. So you don't have to be tethered to a building. True. Right? Like, got to be there because we're going to talk for 15 minutes. No. Online meetings, it's where it's at, I think. Oh, yeah. Sergeant Mal Reynolds says a great online with my camera off.
Ooh, but be careful because I know you mentioned it, John. Like NFL, it was either a couple of NBA players or NFL rookies that got in trouble because they screenshot their picture and then the coach was trying to talk to them. Did you tell me that?
No. What did they do? Were they like in meetings?
Yeah, so they were. Remember in COVID, they had NFL rookies that would screenshot their picture of them sitting there like this. And when the coach said, hey, so-and-so, and they just sitting there like this, they got busted, and some of them got cut, and some got fined.
That is so hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, see, because I would like think about it, but I'll be like, nah, I'll mess that up. I said, no, I'm not going to even go try that out.
So just to make sure that, oh my God, what? Okay, number one, do you want them as teammates if they don't even take their job seriously enough to show up to a meeting?
Well, I know they just like trying to beat the game,
Yeah.
Like I give my teammates a little bit of benefit of the doubt, especially the rookies. Be like, I see what you're trying to do, but bro, you got to be in meetings, man. You gotta pay attention. At least, oh man, I was going to the bathroom or what? I say, bro, you had a screenshot the whole,
You don't put a screenshot up because you have to use the restroom.
Exactly.
No.
And we got Big Baby Dude says in-person meetings if they have pizza.
Nice.
I like that. Where is it?
That is so funny.
I'm looking at the chat. Where's the chat going right now? We got that's straight out of South Park episode. Was that what happened in South Park?
Did they do that with Zoom? Did they
South Park probably did. They probably acted a fool on a Zoom call.
During COVID, they probably just took everything people were doing during COVID and said, make it a cartoon.
Man. Yeah. We got Brando asked this question, another this and that. So Xbox or PlayStation 5, what's better? What's better? Oof. Well, I'm biased to Xbox. I've been an Xbox guy since I was about 24. So about 20 plus years. But I do play PlayStation. And one thing I did it, one of the main reasons I started playing on PlayStation, because I got tired of my teammates complaining, oh man, I don't play PlayStation. I mean, I don't play Xbox because I play PlayStation. The controllers are different. I'm like, stop it. So I got annoyed. So I started playing on PlayStation just because of that. But then also they had games like Hitman, Def Jam Vendetta, NFL Street that I played on my PlayStation. So I was like, there ain't no difference in the controller. Stop being big babies and get this butt kick. Want me pull up on you and beat you down. It's a Madden. So I stopped all that. He said that's a loaded question. No, I'm ambidextrous, how about I say, and bilingual in consoles and PCs. That's what I say.
Hey, by the way,
what you got?
Sergeant
You
Malloy,
found it? You found it?
We were talking about South Park. Cartman did that for his Zoom class. So I found the ending of it. He's just like, what's up his?
Oh, is it right at the end?
Yeah,
oh,
he puts that up so it looks like he's
clowning. All right, next quote.
All right.
Our next one is a quote, excuse me.
Yippee-ki-yay, MFer. Or my precious.
My precious.
My precious. Oh, I'm about to go with my precious. It's just too fun to say. Right? My precious. I'll go with my precious for sure.
Yeah.
I love that one. That's a good one.
Everybody should know that one. And then Yippee-ki-yay, like, I gotta go Yippee-ki-yay because it's just when I first heard that, when I was watching it, 1988, watching Bruce Willis blow up a building, I'm like, that's gangster. I'm like, he got the whole building tried. Everybody in the building, other than the hostages, trying to kill him, and he talking trash. What is he? Detroit cop? That's what he was. A Detroit cop. That's probably why. Or New York. He was a New York cop.
Yeah.
So yeah, you a New York cop. You ain't scared of much because you got a whole city trying to kill you then. So going to Nakatomi Tower to visit his wife and then terrorists take over. He's like, man, this is just another day in the neighborhood. Yippee-ki-yay, boom, boom. That made the whole terrorists, they were not happy when he said that. So yippee-ki-yay, he talking trash. There you go. That's where I'm at.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a story behind that saying. Like
how yippee-ki-yay, yeah. It's always fun if it is. Who brought it up, who thought about it, or if Bruce Willis like made a script change or something like that.
But because you don't hear yippee-ki-yay often in real life. So to get to that, I wonder how they got that.
Yeah, Big Baby 2 says my teenage son looks like Gollum when he says my precious to him to pick him up. Oh my goodness. That's a great costume right there. Then we gotta just put all the whole out. Well, he doesn't have much. Gollum doesn't have much of an outfit, or is this he just butt naked?
What does he wear?
I think he just have like underwear on. I think because he's such a creature now because he got sucked into look into the ring. He don't have no clothes. Like he totally stopped eating, lost his hair, has bad complexion.
Like a loincloth.
Oh, he's a loin. Yeah, I know at least a loin or he was butt naked. One of the things.
Other than that, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, and then Eeyore says in New York cop in LA with Carl. Yeah, with Carl from Family Matters. Yep. With Bruce Willis. All right, we got a couple. We got one more to go.
Great question.
What's the question?
Last one.
Oh, last one. Yes, it is. Great.
On Thanksgiving, are you football all day or movies all day?
So you just eat. You finish eating. And even before you finish eating, you're doing it while you're, Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, you get right back to it. It was a tough one too.
I know they add like Sunday or like a nighttime football game.
Yeah, they got 3 games today. Back in the day, it was only 2. Now it's 3.
Yeah. Boy. And by the way, I think they're starting a Black Friday game either next year or the year after. So that's not going away. Yeah. I think it's going to be a
game on Black Friday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an Amazon game or something.
Of course,
like
it's good. Why they just got the Amazon? We just showed them the Amazon tech deals. They're gonna have Amazon Black Friday football.
So
there it is. That's gonna be the line right there. I need to patent that right now so they can pay me. Brazos, pay me some money.
So I'm gonna go with football. Although movies, like I think I guess I associate movies more with Christmas and like Christmas Eve and Christmas, where you put on movies and they're on 24 hours a day. And
yeah, I can see that. Big Baby Dude says football. Why would you watch movies? Good question, but because you got time, and maybe not everybody's a football fan in the house. There's movies like I was thinking about, like old movies I grew up watching, like Friday, like Never Ending Story. Harlem Nights is when I got a little older. Harlem Nights.
Are these like movies you'd watch during Thanksgiving?
Yeah, classics. This classic comedy, classic comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's it got? And then Sergeant Mom says, I watch probably one game during the day and then movies at night. I'm going to probably go. I'll probably be honest. Well, this one today or this tomorrow, I mean, it's 3 football games. So I'll probably do football. And then once the football is done, it'd be late though, because at 7:20 kickoff, then I'm going to pop in at least one movie. Some good stuff on the streaming apps between Prime and Netflix.
Well,
and Hulu. There's some good stuff on there.
I'll say this as far as the 7:20 kickoff time, the night game, that is the Vikings and Patriots. And if it's anything like last Sunday's Vikings game,
they got beat down by the Cowboys, man. I saw that.
You're gonna be watching movies by like 8:30. Because it was funny because did you know CBS pulled that game, Ahman?
No, I did not know that.
Cowboys and Vikings, and
that's
CBS
America's team.
I know, and CBS said this sucks. Go watch the Bengals.
Oh, you know what? I didn't. Yeah, they did switch. You right?
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention.
That's crazy
when you said it, but when I thought back, I was watching that game, and at a point, it did switch over. I'm like, oh, they turned into the Bengals game. It just didn't click.
It's crazy. They gave up on America's team because they were beating the Vikings.
They're beating the dog out of them White Queens up there. So
that's bad.
All right, Big Baby says, by the way, or THB, I probably played video games more than I watch football tomorrow. I know I'm on Gotham Knights, so I might be doing. I might have my football on my cell phone or FIFA. I'm gonna try to find FIFA. All right, I think that was it on this or that, guys. Good job. This or that. Yeah. All right, let's get into some. We got the video games, the game releases of the week coming up.
Game releases. Here we go.
Game. All right, let me get these banners together.
Did you just play it? I didn't hear it at all.
Oh, it doesn't play for you? Darn it. That thing is so weird. All right, you're up first, Johnny boy.
Okay, so the first thing I believe we have is Just Dance 2023. It's for PS5. PS4, Xbox X, Xbox, it's everywhere. And the reason I chose Just Dance as well, because I just look at for those who are new to the podcast, I just look at everything Ahman sends us and I say, hey, how about that one and this one? But I picked Just Dance because my daughter and I were playing this like last month at a long story. We were playing this last month and it was kind of fun. So I was like, oh, okay. So 40 new 3D worlds and songs year-round, 40 hottest tracks from your favorite artists with immersive worlds and new song modes. Experience a never-ending dance party all year long. There's now multiplayer online.
Sorry about that.
Nice. Oh, is it Bruno?
Yes.
Oh, that's
one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. That was one of my favorite Disney songs right now.
No, that's sweet. I can't believe they have that. So you can host a Just Dance party basically with whoever you want, wherever they are. Host a private group, invite up to 5 other players, and play like you're all in the same living room. So you and I, Ahman, could get online and do this, and you and I could just be dancing together.
Oh man, that's a game changer right there. Big Baby Duke likes that. I'm thinking about getting Just Dance for cardio now. That winter is here. And I can't go walking much. There you go. And Sergeant Maul up in the Great North there. My wife loves Just Dance. Gets it every year and plays it all the time. Even right now, while she's heavily pregnant. Hey, that's a good workout.
It is
for anybody, not just a pregnant lady. That's awesome. That's good diet, good work right there.
And it's, you know what I like about that as a workout is it's sneaky because your mind is like, what is going on in front of me? I'm playing a game, but your body 30 minutes later is like, hey, we just burned calories.
Especially if you're above 40, you're gonna feel it. You can be like, hey man, hold on, time out. All right, game over. Is Thanksgiving here yet? No, it's tomorrow. Dang, I'm already beat up. I like this game. Well, I like to dance and sing. So yeah, I'm in on this. Oh, they got the new stuff.
Yeah. So if you're above 40, stretch before you play Dance 2023. So
yeah. Oh, I like that they have the all exclusive right there. They got my man in a wheelchair. Representation. I like it. Okay, Just Dance. They aware of Just Dance is woke. I like it.
There it is. Just Dance 2023.
I gotta let this roll out. It got all the good sounds. It's like the top 25 pop music right here.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Doja.
Is that the biggest thing? Who said his wife, Sergeant Mal Reynolds? Is that the biggest thing? Is just, well, obviously there's multiplayer now you can play, but the songs, is that the biggest thing for someone who's a fan of this game? Is the new songs that come out? I'm assuming that must be part of it.
I would have to be, because like I'm a song, like if I like when I'm usually listening to these songs, I'm in the car, and then if I hit the right song come on, I'm doing my car dance, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like got the
You don't need the video game.
You're
just doing your own
I'm hitting it, when that
Yeah.
that song that you like comes on. So I'm with Sergeant on that. Year says we used to dance all night at clubs and things, and now your body is like, what are you doing? Oh, fine, we'll make your body hurt a little later. Yeah, that happens. And he said, yes, the new songs every year. Oh, that's what Sergeant Moss said. To answer your question, John. All right, what you got next on the slate, man?
Okay, so the next one, stay with me, everybody. It's called.
You know what's funny? I was gonna pick this game.
You were?
I remember the last time you teased me. I said, "Nah, let me find something else."
And then I pick it.
And then you picked it.
All right. So you can watch this if you're watching the show on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook or wherever. It's called Horse Club Adventures 2 Hazelwood Stories. So ride together with the girls from Horse Club and discover a colorful world of adventure. In Horse Club Adventures 2, you can plunge once again into the colorful world around Lakeside and experience adventures on horseback. Okay. So you'll ride around on horses with your friends, and I'm sure complete tasks. You got to tend to your horses, like feed them, wash them, scrape their hooves, of course.
Yeah, of course. You got it. You can.
On the Western Riding Ground.
Teaching you how to really, what you got to do, take care of a horse. I like that.
Design yourself and the horse, too. Over 100 unlockable pieces of clothing and customizations you can find to style all your own. I don't know.
Right.
I honestly, before we started the podcast, my daughter saw this and she was like, "What's that?"
Hey, she going, well, that's good from buying an actual horse.
You can pet
actual horses are not cheap.
No.
So you better, I'll be like, babe, yeah, we go get this game. That's like $60. Boom. Instead of 65,000.
Hey, by the way, speaking of, because in this game, Horse Adventure 2, they were petting a dog there.
Yeah.
Was that the last week you were doing the Golden Joystick Awards or something?
The esports awards, or no, the game awards.
Game Awards. I saw this. This is from Games Radar, real quick. Stray won PlayStation Game of the Year at the Golden Joysticks 2022.
They just had that too. That was, I think it was online. Might have been on YouTube. You could probably go to YouTube to watch that, catch that.
But I'm telling you, if they made Stray but with dogs, it would break video games. Everyone would play that game.
It'd probably break records too, because this broke records.
Yeah.
And this might be a precursor of how the Game Awards is going to go for Stray, because they got some of the same categories as the Golden Joystick Awards did. So might be a little, you know how the Grammys or what's before the Oscars sometimes you kind of get, it's the
Golden Globes.
Golden Globes. It's like either Golden Globes or it's like the whatever the event is before the Oscars. Sometimes those are like green flags or red flags pop up, like, oh, this person got this award then, or this movie won that, or that actor won best actor for that in that one. So when they might win the Academy here, so it's kind of like that. So that's it. So you know where I'm going, man. On the list, I don't know if you saw some of the names, but there's a few little horror games in that list. It was a short list because of the holidays, but I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Let me get my game ready, and it is called Evil West, man.
Welcome.
I'm gonna let the guy talk.
West.
He's doing most of the description.
A dark menace
Right up
consumes
my
the
alley.
American frontier. Rise up to become a Wild West superhero and eradicate the vampire.
About to get hype here. You're in the Wild West.
In this narrative-driven action
Shooting
adventure, you'll battle through
creatures.
explosive campaign, alone
I like.
or with a friend, as myths and legends come alive.
Smash!
Did they say it?
You didn't see that coming.
Man, they fighting vampires, bro. I don't think he said it yet. I just couldn't wait to say
Beasts
it.
and bloodthirsty
He's
creatures.
shooting
lurk
vampires
the
in the old Wild West. Two
twisted
things I
visions
like
of the Old
together.
West.
Oh man, so this dark
play
menace
as
consumes
Jesse
the Wild
Rentier.
West as They
Vampire
probably already
hunter
said.
raised by his
But
father
you
William
can play in
the
solo
ancient
or
Red
co-op,
Deer Institute.
fighting style and versatile, explosive
The
combat
last line of
against,
defense
but
between
thirsty
humanity and their unrelenting
monstrosities.
supernatural
That's what they say,
forces.
monstrosities, vampires.
Jesse is already a
Eradicate
well-trained
the vampire
though he can
horde
be
with
unpredictable,
lightning fueled gauntlet and
rebellious,
become a
and
wild,
stubborn.
wild west
Maybe you'll make it out of
superhero.
this after all.
This game is brought to
Fortunately,
you by
you can
developer
always count on
Flying
your
Wild
partner,
Hog.
Ed.
Love the name.
A retired rentier agent
Publisher
forced
is
back into
Focus
action as a
Entertainment.
deadly
So he's, I'm
vampiric
gonna let my man keep
emerges
talking
from the darkness
as he
and
tells
deals
his
a
story.
crippling blow to the Institute.
So they got a nice little plot line to
Together,
this.
You'll lead the
I like it.
counterattack against these
And you know I'm a horror guy.
while
Vampires all
Jesse
day.
learns to accept his
Yeah.
growing
And
responsibilities.
then you got a
and
cowboy
become a
that got like an electric gun on his right arm there, knocking vampires'
Explore
faces
every
off.
corner of the Wild West.
Let's go.
From vast oil fields to infested mines.
This is an extended
canyons to shadowy
preview, just so
ghost
y'all
towns.
know. I'm gonna cut this thing short though. This
As you
goes on
progress on your
for a
journey,
while. I think we get
you'll
the gist of
encounter
it,
new
right?
friends,
Yes.
vital for bolstering
We
your
get the
forces
gist of it.
against the vampire threat.
But great game right there. I was like, oh, is them vampires? Is that a cowboy? I said, oh man, this is my what's it? This is my favorite dish of a movie right here. We got cowboys shooting, and we got vampires all put together. So we got what's that? What's that one game? Hold up, let me look at my shelf over here. What's the one? Oh, we got Red Dead Redemption, and we got Vampire Masquerade put into one game. What? Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
It looks pretty fun, man. I like the concept, right?
I love the concept, man.
Wild West with like vampires and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so I went hardcore horror, and it's holiday season, so I'm gonna switch it up on this next one here.
Okay.
It's a fun game. I saw the game. I said, oh yeah, I had to switch it up, have some fun here. Let me get the game set up here. Get that
Peggy
going.
7.
All right, we got a fun game we call Ships of Fools here. They got a little, what is it? Little like Jack, what's his name? Jack Sparrow song going on here.
Great lighthouse of yore, built thousands of years before. I set them to sea how they fare.
I like
Storms
this song.
try the lighting
I let the song
away.
play. I like the song.
With only each other to stand by their sides, they kept foes at bay, at least for today. With danger approaching, they try and they try. The aquapocalypse ever
fun
raging
song.
topside. While relics of sirens they pull from the depths, unaware that their quest might lead them to their death. Our tale began with the heaviest storm. Now I'm afraid how it ends. Believe me, I've seen it before. The darkness that lurks in the eye of the storm.
Oh man, you got a little platform game there. So Ship of Fools is a seafaring co-op rogue-like game here. Set sail, man. The cannons, battle the sea monsters through the tumultuous seas of the archipelago. And are you a fool? I said, are you fool enough to stop? I don't even know what this is. Oh, the aquapocalypse. That's what they said. The aquapocalypse. They just want to know, are you fool enough to stop the aquapocalypse? I like how they put two words together there.
Yeah.
Aquapocalypse. His developer is Finca Productions that we saw right there, and Team 17. So we're talking about a fun multiplayer game. Kind of look like that one game I talked about a couple months ago. The Lamb Cult game. That's what it kind of looks like.
Okay, yeah.
Art.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, that game is like super. It was up for me all for the awards last week. For the Game Awards, it has like 3-4 nominations.
Okay.
For the Cult of the Lamb, but this one is Ship of Fools. So you have a little Thanksgiving time, play with your kids. Kids can play a fun little game. Go out there like what's that? Like, are they little bugs or insects? Are their characters?
Yeah, I don't know what are they. I couldn't
They
figure
look
that
like
out.
Yeah, a little insect form of Jack Sparrow going on.
What's the name of it again? One
It's
more
called
time?
Ship of Fools. Check it out.
Maybe it says on the description.
Very positive reviews. That's what all the reviews say. Very positive. So, all right, now let's get on to Sergeant Moss said, yeah, Red Dead crossed with Gears of War and Vampires thrown in there for my last game there, Evil West. Big Baby Dude said he heard some good things about Evil West. All right, now we're headed this thing on to Andor So that what's on stream, John?
Row your
Yeah.
boat gently up the. Sorry, excuse me. It's time for what's on stream.
All right, welcome to What's on Stream, y'all. We are now breaking down episode 4 and 5 of Andor, man. We got some good stuff going on cooking. We got a lot of espionage, and we got a lot of fun little stuff going on with my man Cassian and Luthen there.
Are we on episodes 4 and 5? Does that sound right?
Yeah, 4 and 5 is correct. So this is episode 4 trailer running right now. So I muted it so we could just talk through our likes, our dislikes, and then what's going on in this episode leading into episode 5, John. I'll let you start it off. Okay,
so before I look at 4 and 5, real quick, a backstory to this from last week's podcast when I said, I'm almost done with the series. I blanked that it has 12 episodes because you and I talked about the number of episodes like weeks ago. So last night I finished episode 10.
Right.
And when it was done, like I take notes and I wrote something like that ending sucked. Like I need to get more on that ending. Dummy me not realizing there's 2 more episodes to watch.
That's okay. You're human.
I was like, that's a horrible ending. Why would they end it like that? But anyway, beside the point. So episode 4, I think this is when the series really, you really start to, at least for me, it really started to pique my interest because he gets away on that spaceship and that guy offers him a job with the rebels. Right now, that guy, what's his name?
Luthen. That's Luthen.
Luthen. Thank you. There
Luthen
he is. Right there.
Luthen Rail.
So basically, then Luthen says he introduces Cassian to the crew of rebels that are going to take on the Empire, and basically says like, you need to either pick this guy or we don't do it. To the lady in charge there.
Yeah.
And she's like, fine, we're gonna have to do it.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead, let you finish.
So he then comes to be part of that crew, that rebel crew, all of a sudden. And then Luthen, by the way, there's a scene, and I wrote this. So there he is, Luthen. They're talking to one of the senators in that shop. So that's kind of his front. That's his cover. He's the owner of the shop. Deep cover. And so I didn't know that at first, but they showed him they showed that scene of Luthen like putting on a wig.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I'm watching this. I'm like, I never thought I'd see a guy putting on a wig while watching Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so unique in that respect, but now we get it. He meets with that senator who's also part of the rebels, trying to funnel him money, basically. And then they come up with this plan to steal the payroll from the Empire.
Yeah, okay, before you go into that.
Okay.
Yep. So before you get that question, so how do you feel like if you were part of this game and Cassie is being brought in, like they said, so late, will you be on board, or will you be kind of I say, give a little static when this coming in the part where they're at and doing this for a long time?
I'm with everybody else in that rebel camp that were like, what the heck is going on? We've been planning this forever. We know our roles. And at the 11th hour, you're going to bring somebody that we've never met, that they didn't know this, but that you have never met either. It's a crazy concept. Imagine, Ahman, you are on a football team and you guys are building toward the Super Bowl, right? Like you want, like your big thing, and everybody knows their jobs and you've been working so hard all season long. I guess this does happen in football. And then they bring in somebody.
So I'm the wrong person to ask this question. I already know where I'm going with this answer.
As soon as I said this, I'm like, well, this happens in the world of sports all the time. But I would not have been very happy.
Yeah. Well, I'm a team player, and you know where my answer is going. I would have been like, okay. I'm like, just don't get me killed. Because if you you do, if I find out that you ain't right, I'm taking you out, bro. I'm just making it. But if you here to win, I'm here to win. But he said that, I ain't want to die too. I remember they were having conversations amongst each other. He said, I don't want to die. He said, I'm just saying, they remember the one plan they were trying to go over, how to hijack the whole lore that you're about to go into. He's like, wait a minute, do y'all even know how to know what y'all doing here? Fly the ship or whatever. He said, look, I ain't trying to die here either. So this let me know what I need to do. So now I'll let you go into where you're about to head into that story.
Yeah, because they're going through the plan and he's like breaking it down because he's this like master thief, I guess you could say.
Well, he's been at it since he was a 4 or younger, like 6 or whatever.
Since that spaceship crashed on his planet. Like
exactly.
He knows how to get around. Like he's grew up differently. So So yeah, so they start to come up with this plan to steal the Imperial payroll,
Right.
to help fund their rebel alliance here. And he's just like, you guys know how to fly? Like we got to change things up. Like, I know how to fly. You didn't even know what to do.
Right.
And what I thought was interesting, Ahman, and this is what really episode 4 started piquing my interest in this series more and more. They come up with this plan that's going to happen at a certain time, because it's based on this celestial event that happens every 3 years on the planet, where these crystals enter the atmosphere.
Oh, yes, I do remember that. Yes.
And they provide a distraction. And as soon as I heard like the plan is around this big celestial event, and I'm like, okay, let's get to it. When are we having the
Game
heist?
on.
Like, I was in, I'm like, we got heist time coming up, and we got this cool visual effect that's going to happen. Like, I was pumped for this.
That is Ocean's 11, 12, 13, whatever. That's
Yeah.
because you remember during the big heist, you got to have a distraction. You got to make sure something's going on over here on the right to make sure you could take care of business on the left. And so I like that. And when that part came out, I thought that was pretty cool. And then I like what's going on between like Luthen and him masquerading, deep undercover. He's in the Imperial like city, like he's right there. He's in the front line. They have him and this other senator too that are like basically doing what they need to do to try to underhand the Empire, because as Cassian it's said, like it's his mantra, like the Empire is fat. They're not paying attention to us. They don't care about us. They don't care. We spit in their food, all that. Like he made that line there. That part explains everything on why they're able, do what they're doing. So it is just interesting to see it as it's going along. It's what he's saying is like it's dead on. It's dead on right. How they're like very arrogant about their ways and what they're trying to do and what they're doing. Obviously trying to control people, but obviously they're not. Going control. So on that note, you want to head over to episode 5?
Yeah. So basically, they finally start to, get in with this plan, and I'm pumped as a viewer. I think this one, some of the notes I wrote down is one of his cohorts there on the rebel side. I don't have the guy's name, but he steals all of Cassian's stuff. And
because he was checking it out. He's checking Cassian out, man, like right here.
Right. So that basically says nobody trusts him. Like, and I think he lies. He said that one lady told him to check it out. I think that's just him stealing Cassian's stuff and making sure, trying to learn more about who this guy was. Cassian wasn't happy. Here's the other note I wrote on this episode 5, Ahman. I wrote, I'm almost 20 minutes in and I wanted to see that once every 3-year thing happen. So I'm like, nope, they haven't gotten to the plan yet. Trying to be patient.
Yeah.
And I think later on in this, right before they implement the plan, I think is this the one where they just come clean and like, okay, why are you in this? Tell us what's going on. And Cassian admits like, I'm in it for the money.
Yeah. Yeah. He said that. And I think that right there helped him get in a little better with them. When it's like, okay, now we know your true reasons. Cause obviously they're all like on edge. I mean, you got an Imperial Guard that's infiltrating and then going back and forth, giving them intel. And so, you got to know this is it. I mean, because you're at the part where if one person is found out, it's over, and it's not a good thing. But you can't fail to mention. Remember Cyril, the one officer that like went to find Cassie in the first couple episodes.
Yeah,
he goes back home. He knocks on the door. His mom opened the door. She slaps him. I'm like, dang. I was like, but then she gives him a hug, and I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, that's probably every mom whose son or daughter has done something like they went out to work and they went to try to be a success, then they come home because they failed. Like, what's wrong with you? I didn't raise you like that. All right, get in. And then she yells at the neighbor, like, what you looking at? Like, this is my son. I could beat him up and yell at him. This is my kid. I thought that was hilarious because he's like rock bottom. He went on a mission. He was all in, like, they killed, 2 of our security guards or whoever, but then those guys were jerks anyway. They were rent a cops. They shouldn't have had a badge or a gun, and Cassian took them out because they were, roughing him up. Mm-hmm. And then he goes and try to take them out or gets them captured, and what happened? Plan doesn't work. That's when Luthen comes into the fray of all this, and it's interesting to see his where everything's gone for him. And he's literally got kicked off the team. The Empire said, "You're out." Boom. Like, go home. Don't come back. But I think his story's not over yet. I believe that this is just part of it, and now he's going to transition to something else. Because I think in some of the Rebels cartoon series and other Star Wars stuff, that cartoons that are out there, he's on there later on as that like a commander. So I don't think he's done yet, but it's just interesting and funny to see that stuff. So what you got?
But I liked episode 5, 4, really piqued my interest once they kind of got out of, Cassian kind of escapes with Luthen, and then episode 5 here, they're at the camp, and I'm still waiting. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the heist. I'm ready to see this event. I want to see special effects from my TV series with this celestial event, and I want to see a great heist. And at the end of episode 5, I wrote, they didn't get to the heist. I think I'm in for a long way.
They're gassing us up right now.
Yeah, we're getting close.
That's 2 episodes, and this big event hasn't happened. And I put up in the questions real quick. I know I put on the screen. ER said, "I keep my mouth shut." What are you referring to there, Mr. ER? Could you explain? And then Renaissance said, "The way a lot of the show is filmed, it seems like a cosplay fan film." Really? Interesting.
A lot of shit. I wonder what do you mean by that, Renaissance? Just that like they show you all these.
I think all the costumes and maybe the acting. Are you judging the acting too? It's not on par, maybe. I like Diego that is playing Cassian. He wrote it, so he's more.
He's awesome.
He's into it. Just like he's being questioned in this new group of people. There's no question that he's full 100% into the writing into the movie because he's one of the writers of some of the whole story of every episode. He's not the director, but he's the writer, so he has his finger on everything there. So explain. If you don't want to explain in here, you both are in Discord. Put it in Discord. We could talk about it in Discord as well. So, but another great episode. But hopefully, John. Well, you probably seen it then. You finished the series. I'm not far along.
I'm up through 11 now, Ahman. I'm waiting for 12.
And the event didn't happen? The event didn't happen yet?
I won't say.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't.
I'll just say after episode 5, I was like, I've been waiting 2 episodes now for this event. Come on, guys.
Oh, man. So next week we'll go over what's this? We got 4 and 5 this week. We'll do 5 or 6 and 7 next week. Yeah. And I'll probably be done because I got today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I could hit about 2 episodes a day. They go quick, man. They're going fast. I watch them like, oh my God, it's already over. That's when that means they're
really
good.
Fast episodes, aren't they?
They're fast, but that means they're good. Though. So there we go. So right now we're at the end of the show, man. Show went fine, flew by. So we had fun, John. We must have had a big fun time because show's over. Show's over. All right. So just like last week, or just like this week, excuse me, we'll be back next week. Same bat channel, same bat time on YouTube, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, on Twitch, Ahman Green TV. Check us out there. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Ahman Green 30, all one word. And also, this show has a TikTok on TikTok. Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge on TikTok. So check us out there. So John, let everybody know where they can find you on social.
On social media, on Twitter at JONARIAS Radio. On Instagram at JONCAST podcast. That's John Cast Podcast. Go check me out there. My last podcast, I'm talking World Cup with my dad. He also tells me the story, Ahman, when he saw Pele in Colombia in 1969.
Oh, that's probably a cool story right there.
Yeah, so
that's awesome. That's awesome because I saw a documentary on Pele back in the summer. And Goat. Right there. That's the goat of goats right there. So that's one of the goat of goats. So also remind everybody, we are on ESTV Plus, and that's an app you can download to your phone, to your tablet. And that ESPN Plus, we're also on Amazon Prime Video now. So this show, John, we're on Prime Video now.
We're on Prime? Like Thursday Night Football?
Yes, we're on Prime now. So that is just started up. Check it out. I think they have a podcast area on there now on Prime Video. I was like, what? So check us out there, please. You can see some of the past episodes, all the past episodes.
What?
Really. Yes. So we'll be talking.
We got to talk more. I need to know more about this, Ahman.
Yes, we do. Yep. It was a couple weeks ago. Found out. So Steve Martin, how you doing? He said, hey, Ahman, I have a lot to talk to you about gaming when you get a chance. Okay. And Fortnite said, fire. Fortnite, my man over in the UEL. Hope everything. They having a heck of a season 6 there. See some upsets, but everybody, please, thank you for joining in, and everybody have a great holiday weekend. Be safe, have fun. It's the time to get fat, get a little fat, eat some good food, watch some football, or watch some movies, or play some video games, or do all of that. That's what I'm gonna do. All that. I'm gonna watch movies. I'm gonna watch some football. I'm gonna play some Madden. I'm gonna play some Gotham Knights. I don't know, see what these football teams do. There's gonna be crazy football, college and pro. So enjoy yourself, Ja. You got anything you want to add?
I'm good.
All right. So everyone have a good rest of your week. See you next week.
Brought to you by Bet Online.
There you go.
I don't know why I whisper it.
I like how you listen. It's funny. Adds a little taste to it.